it's Crystal. So I have absolutely nothing on my face right now, and it looks like super terrible because I'm also getting sick. I have a really bad cold going on, so I look paler than usual. Fear not, we're going to fix that. This Friday, Ben and I are doing our engagement photos, and I know over the past couple months I've been talking a lot about engagement and wedding, and it's just going to be such an exciting time. Just got my save the date cards out, and I'm really excited about that. I'm going to show them to you guys actually because they're so pretty. Here are the save the date cards. I saved a couple because I wanted to frame them for the actual wedding. They're just gorgeous. I got them done through a company on Etsy actually, and they're going to actually be doing our formal invites and a lot of our paper products like table cards and whatnot. So just absolutely beautiful. Our theme is very vintage, and it's just going to be such a fun day. So I wanted to do a bridal inspired makeup look. So there are 3 different foundations that I want to talk to you guys about. The first one I purchased specifically for the engagement photos. I will probably be using the same one on the actual day of my wedding. It's a wonderful foundation, one of the best ones in my opinion. And it's Makeup Forever HD foundation. And my shade is in N125. This is the box. This is an incredible foundation for photography. It is just absolutely wonderful. So this is a great option if you're getting wedding photos done, or even if you're just getting photos done in general. I think it would be a great wedding day foundation as well because it's going to stay all day. It is so amazing. High definition is great in pictures and for an all day look. The second one, which I'm kind of debating about using on my actual wedding day as well, is the Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua, and my color is BR20, Beige Rose 20. This is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. It is my all-time favorite foundation over any other foundation. It's like having extra skin on, but you don't feel it. It is so soft, so silky. It's really, really great. And for those of you who may not want to go with a really expensive one, because these are pricey, this is like $45 and this is about $55. There is also the Revlon Photo Ready. Now this is not as good in my opinion. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. When I did some sample photographs, I wasn't as pleased with it. However, it works a lot better than some of the other drugstore foundations you could get. So the Revlon Photo Ready isn't a bad option. You just do have to be kind of careful in certain lights. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever HD. And for primer, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Pore Perfecting Primer, and I'm going to be using this the actual day of my photos as well. So this is kind of like practicing the look before the actual day. So of course, start with clean hands. Your primer is like Velcro for your foundation. It is going to make sure that it stays on all day and does not move. Okay, so I've put the foundation on the back of my hand. Today I'm going to be testing out the new Urban Decay, and this is the optical blurring brush. I just received that in the mail yesterday, so I'm so excited to test this out. And I'm just going to start dipping, and oh my god, I love it already. I love this already, this brush. This is amazing. So when you're placing your foundation on, you want to cover your ears, go down your neck and jawline. You want it to be even, that's the key. Okay, so we have our foundation on. My goodness, I absolutely love this brush. I can't say it enough. Again, this is the brand new Urban Decay Optical Blurring Brush, and this by far is one of the best brushes I've ever used. You know what it is? It's kind of like, it's exactly like a mixture of the Samantha Chapman stippling brush and the MAC 187 stippling brush. Next, I'm going to do concealer, and the concealer that I'm going to choose for my engagement photos is the Too Faced Absolutely Flawless Concealer. So I usually just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I use the MAC 130 for this, and I just stipple where I'm going to need that coverage, and then I'm going to blend. And I always put it on my nose simply because my nose gets red. And I bring the concealer on my eyelids as well to even out coverage. I am going to darken up my brows, so don't worry about that. Now I'm going to wait for the concealer and the foundation to really set in. I don't want to start putting powder over wet product. I'm going to begin with my eyebrows. First I'm going to go over them with a pencil, and then I'm going to fill them in with a dark eyeshadow. I'll probably cut this portion short because I do have a video called All About Eyebrows or Eyebrows 101. Now I'm going to put some setting powder on. Now here's where you can choose, especially if you're doing your engagement photos. You could do an HD powder or you can go ahead and just do a regular powder. I'm going to mix and match. The problem with HD powder, if you put too much on, when the photos actually take place, you're going to have big white spots under your eyes and in random places. Take a look at these pictures for an example. Pretty horrific, right? You definitely don't want your pictures turning out like that. So again, I'm going to mix. I'm going to take my MAC, and this is just a mineralized skin finish. So I'm going to tap that off, and I'm taking this on a very taut kabuki brush, and I'm going to just stipple it onto my skin. Definitely put powder over your eyelids. That's going to help your primer and your eyeshadow stay on a lot better. Now I'm going into my HD powder. Taking small amounts of HD powder, I'm going underneath my eyes, small amounts, basically anywhere that I may get shiny. Now for blush, I'm going to be using NARS in my engagement photos and also for my wedding. My color is Orgasm. For this, I'm taking a brush by Kala, lightly dipping in and smiling a bit. Because my blush has some sparkle to it, I want a nice matte contour. So I'm going to go for a MAC blush, and this is in the color Blunt. For this, I'm using my Lancome 21 chisel brush and lightly start my contour line. Bring it up the side of my face a bit. When you contour, the point is to make your face look slimmer. You're shaving off portions of a circle. Now it's time for the eyes. I'm going to use a MAC paint pot as my base and my primer. This one is in Bare Study. And with my ring finger, I'm going to place this from lash line all the way up to brow. It's going to make the shadows stand out much more, and it's going to hold them in place all day. I'm going to be using a MAC Quad in Atma. Some great colors here. I'm going to be using colors by a company called The Body Needs. So to begin, I'm going to put the color called Koi all over my eyelid. The color, it's very pretty, very light, very shimmery. Next, I'm taking the color called Foley, which is right here, and I'm very lightly putting that in the crease. Blending is very easy when you use like colors and different variations of them. Now I'm taking a color called Latte from The Body Needs. It's a really nice deep coffee brown. I'm taking an Urban Decay crease brush and I'm putting this directly in the crease. I know my voice is kind of going, I apologize. And that's just to deepen it up and give it a little bit of depth. Now I'm going to begin blending. For this, I'm just using a Sigma E35 tapered blending brush. Taking that same brush, I'm going into this color, and this color is Yawn, and I'm just going to place that on my brow bone. Now, I'm going to pop a color directly in the middle of our lid. This color is called Endless by The Body Needs. Taking a MAC 242 for this, and I'm just patting that on there, and with the taper, blending that little portion up. Going back into that original color, Koi, and I'm going to run that right in my tear duct and about a quarter of the way over. And then I'm taking that color Latte and I'm going to go very lightly underneath the rest. I'm going to use a brown eyeliner and I'm using the Maybelline New York Define-A-Line in brownish black. So I am going to tightline simply because it's going to make my upper lash line look thicker. And I'm going to put a little bit of liner on my lash line. especially on the outer area. I'm not going to use falsies, I'm going to use actual mascara, but first I'm going to put a lash primer on, and I'm going to use the L'Oreal Paris Double Extend because it really helps your lashes look fuller, look so much more beautiful with mascara on. The mascara that I've chosen to use for my engagement photos is actually the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express, and I'm going to put several coats on. I'm going to be using a lipstick, and I'm going to be using a soft pink lipstick. This is by Benefit. I love the little case, and it's called Jingling. So now that I have my lipstick done, I'm going to add a lip liner, and I'm using the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip. And there's a little bit of a trick to doing this. You don't want to put the tip of the lip liner directly on the edges of your lips because it's going to look like a marker outlined your lips. We've all seen girls who do that. Not flattering, especially for pictures. The whole point is to create a depth to your lip. So you're going to lay it flat when you do this. And I'm going to be using a Dazzle Glass by MAC, and it's in Soft Dazzle. Just in the center. And this is my engagement picture or bridal look. I'll go ahead and I will leave a list of all of the products that I used below. I wanted to do this look because Friday are my engagement photos, and I wanted to practice the look because I will be doing my own makeup for my engagement photos. My wedding, I'm definitely having somebody do my makeup for me, but I thought that this would be a fun opportunity to start doing something bridal. I love bridal makeup. There are so many different types of bridal makeup that you can do, and this is just a very quintessential, very formal and well-polished bridal look. Again, I would suggest running out and getting the Urban Decay Optical Blurring Brush. This brush, I think it's like $24 or $25. The best brush I've ever used, and yes, today was the first time using it, but this is an amazing brush, you guys. It's wonderful. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.